Good afternoon. My name is Sky Larsen, and I'm the oldest of Peter's 4 children. All of us are here today, and along with Speedy, we sincerely thank you for joining us to honor Dad and to bring him to his final resting place. Yes, today is a solemn occasion, but there's also joy in this day. For this is the day that we honor a great man who loved and served his country. We're now able to thank him for his loyalty and bring him here to Arlington National Cemetery. When Dad died in November, he was just short of his 88th birthday. As most of you know, he had had a significant heart attack just the weekend prior. He was able to come home on Wednesday, and boy was he glad to get home to Speedy and Bibi, his beloved dog. While I didn't get to see him when he was in the hospital, I did get to talk to him every day, and he expressed that he truly felt he had dodged the bullet. And he even was talking about eating more vegetables to improve his heart health. Dad, he came home to his beloved wife and his beloved dog. He enjoyed a nice evening at home, and then he died in his sleep early the next morning. I know that we all feel grateful that he was at peace. He was right with the world, as they say, and when he put his head on his pillow that night, he was looking forward to the next day. When Dad was so sick a few years ago, we thought maybe we might be saying goodbye then. But he fought through those illnesses, and it lived for several more years, enjoying life. When I was visiting Dad then, we did talk about where he would like to be laid to rest, and he so wanted to be at Arlington. So we thank you, Jonathan, for making those arrangements. I know Dad is quite pleased. Dad wore many hats. Literally, you should have seen the hats we found. But all kidding aside, he was a devoted husband to Speedy for over years. He was a loving and supportive father, stepfather, grandfather, and step-grandfather. And he was a good friend to many, as is obvious in this room. Family and friends in his country were all important to him, and he modeled this each and every day of his life. He was quick to establish relationships with people, whether it was a person who was dressing the wound on his leg, his mailman, working to nurture the bonds with future clients, or to support a friend. He loved to give people he cared about nicknames, and I imagine that there are many people in this room today who had one of Peter Larsen's nicknames. He did not take any relationship for granted, but rather cherished them and did all that he could to sustain them. I know that we all share some common and unique memories of my dad. Mine include watching Redskins football, learning to drive the speed limit, double nickel, you know, having to take responsibility to care for our surroundings, specifically picking up litter as we found it, having a strong sense of integrity and of doing the right thing, the importance of using correct grammar, the love of watching a good storm, and lastly, a love of the beach, specifically the Outer Banks of North Carolina, where we enjoyed so many wonderful family vacations. We will remember his well-known dips in the ocean before breakfast and hearing, "I'm going to go punch that ocean." As you all heard in the service this morning, my oldest son, Derek,